As a kid, I imagined myself as a dad in a cozy study, with a cup of tea in one hand and a thick book in the other. The kind of man who speaks 5 languages like James Bond and plays piano by ear like the talented Mr. Ripley. Someone who could teach like Mr. Keating from Dead Poet Society or paint like the dancer La Moulin de la Galette. But then puberty hit me like a double decker bus. I don't feel like doing anything anymore. Life is just boring. Every day is just the same. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
I built a time machine. I'm going to see the homecoming queen.
Remember, we used to be the kids making pinhole camera one day and recording the most romantic film you'd ever seen the next, while our parents were fighting in the other room. That's stage one of being a polymath, curiosity on steroids. We were out here tearing apart Walkman just to see how they worked, jumping as high as we could to test our limits, making insane edits on Window Movie Maker like we were reinventing cinema or something. We had no idea what we were doing, but that was the fun part, right? And then came the pick a major, be realistic, don't be a fool. Society drills into us that success is equal to specialization. So we bought into that and dropped the random hobbies. Not because we wanted to, but because we thought we had to. For me, it was painting, filming, and reading. My parents thought anything beyond textbooks was a waste of time. And the education system made it clear if you weren't studying 18 hours a day, you were already behind. Damn, that was toxic as fuck. Weirdly enough, during that phase, I discovered YouTubers whose ideas went way over my head. Half the time, I couldn't even understand what they were saying, either because of the language barrier or just how deep and abstract it was. But for some reason, I couldn't stop watching. Something about their world, their energy just pulled me in, man. It felt like a glimpse into the life I wanted, but I didn't know it yet. But of course, once I spent too much time on my phone, my parents took it away. Then you enter your 20s, you feel the emotional crash, you have given up pieces of yourself, followed a traditional path, and now you feel drained, bored, or just empty. You resort to doom scrolling to avoid this sinking feeling, but you doom scroll past these artists, creators, and thinkers and feel that sting. Damn, I used to do that. Your spark is gone, burnout creeps in, and existential dread too. But you keep going, you have to. So you keep running and running and running and running until you collapse.
I want to break free.
And then one day you decide you don't want to keep living like that. You start getting back to the stuff you once let go, dusting off your guitar, pulling out the canvas again, creating videos you always wanted to make, and chasing ideas that don't really fit into any one category. During this phase, I rediscovered the same YouTubers, and this time I actually understood them. The language made sense, the ideas just clicked, and I really wanted to be like them. And in retrospect, it feels like connecting that dots moment for me, for real. After watching their videos, I did what any normal person with quarter life crisis would do. I dropped out of the university and decided to take the gap year. So naturally, it triggered classic lines from my parents like,
What happened to my sweet girl, huh? She's gone!
this is the reintegration phase for polymaths. And I know during this phase, you might feel like you are falling behind because your peers are graduating, getting their first jobs, and getting married. And feeling FOMO is very natural, but there is this quiet satisfaction that keeps you going, at least for me. The real magic kicks in around the fifth stage of polymathy when all those random skills just clicks together. I'm not there yet, so I'm not speaking from experience, but history is full of people who did. Think Da Vinci, he wasn't just painting, he was also learning about philosophy, anatomy, and engineering. Or Maya Angelou, she was a poet, singer, and a civil rights activist. Even in sports, Roger Federer and Serena Williams, they were playing a bunch of different sports growing up, so they developed better instincts, adaptability, and creativity compared to those who specialized too early. Research backs it up too. A study published in Range by David Epstein showed that generalist, people who explore widely and master slowly, tend to outperform specialists in the longer run. This is where you realize your hobbies weren't a waste of time, they were building something bigger. Being all over the place wasn't a flaw, it was your edge all along.